Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shweta. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video of mine. So I got a lot of requests after my last honor makeup tutorial to do a base makeup routine because I did introduce a lot of new techniques in my base makeup. So here it is. I'm going to be showing you my new base makeup routine for textured acne skin, something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. A friend of mine attended a wedding during this COVID situation, so she had requested me to do a guest wedding makeup. Or if you are a bride-to-be during this situation, then maybe this technique can also work out for you. I just want to tell you that when it comes to makeup techniques, unless it's a professional who has really studied for a very long time, guiding you and teaching you, I don't think that you should feel bad if you have a certain way of using and applying makeup on your face, okay? Everybody has got their own way of just emphasizing their beautiful features and hiding their flaws. Everybody has got their own technique. So if you want to go extra with your foundation, you want to go extra with your concealer, you want to wear it on the side, you want to wear it a triangle shape, you want to brighten, you want to put extra highlight till NASA sees you, that is completely your call. So everything that you're seeing right now, I have tried to use makeup that is available here in India, and most of it is affordable. In fact, no, all of it is affordable, okay? Okay, so I have already prepped and primed my skin, and I was thinking if you want to see an elaborate skincare video that you can do for your wedding makeup, then please let me know, because if I add this right now, then it's going to be one lengthy video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to perk up my skin and just kind of like, tighten those pores by just taking this ice cube. I have put this in a tissue paper, and I'm just going to rotate this all over my eyes. I always apply an ice cube. If I have a whole day function, I apply an ice cube before makeup and after makeup as well. I'll explain in a bit. So last time when I did my honor makeup tutorial, a lot of you bought this. This is the beauty blender from Max Touch. Latex free, and a lot of professionals use this. In fact, my makeup artist friend told me to pick this one up. This you get it from makeupempire.com, and check the links right below. I have linked product listed this, as well as there's a discount code for it. But guys, let me just tell you, this is a very good beauty blender. It's around 200 something, quite very affordable, and it does the trick. Okay, so I'm just going to break a new one. So what I'm going to do is, this is a loose setting powder from Kate Beauty. I have been enjoying this so much. Really finely milled. Finally, there's a nice setting powder that is available in India, the banana powder. And with the dry beauty sponge, I'm just going to now set my face with the powder. So I'm not baking, I'm just setting it, okay? And what I have noticed is, it just makes my makeup last for a long time. It doesn't crease, okay? And it doesn't make my face oily, which is very important because in India we've got that humidity factor that we got to take into consideration, and this just helps a lot. And over here, since I've got open pores, to kind of like cheat and minimize the appearance of it, I'm just going to put that setting powder right here and just leave it on. Can you see there is no baking happening? You have really pushed the powder, you have really blended the powder into your skin. Over this, I'm going to put my primer. Yes, you heard me. I did not put my primer first and then the powder. I always put the primer above the powder, okay? It's something that's working for me, guys. I'm just giving you my opinion, what has worked for me. You do exactly what works for you. I'm going to take this one. This is the NYX Professional Pore Filler, and I'm just going to take just a tiny bit, kind of like warm it on my fingertips and put it in areas that I feel I need. So if this is where the lines are, I'm just going to apply it here, 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 and wherever there's texture and open pores, okay? And I'm not going to rub my skin. The technique is to just dab your primer with using your fingertips, a light touch. Just keep pressing it so that it goes into your pores, and it just gives you like an even canvas for your foundation to sit properly on top. Now I'm going to use a concealer, and it's very important for you to find a concealer that's got that peachy salmon tone to it so that you don't have to color correct. Color correct, I feel not everyone needs it. Am I going to dismiss color correction? No, I'm not. Because there are some really heavily uneven pigmented skin that requires a color correction, okay? So if you do not have that much of that, pigmentation or dark circles like the way my face is, then I'm not going to go with a color corrector right now, but find a concealer that's already got that 2-in-1 factor. Alright, so this is the Take Cover Concealer, and I'm just going to apply just a tiny bit over here, but I'm going to go extra right here on the bridge of this side of my nose. See, already it's making my nose look a little bit snatched, a little sharper, and I'm just going to apply that here and here. Now, if you can see my concealer, it is a little darker, okay? It is not like a brightening concealer. That is very important for you to remember, that when you're starting off with your concealer, make sure that it's not a brightening concealer. It's always a concealer that is close to your skin tone, because trust me, a concealer that is closest to your skin tone or slightly darker will always correct much better than a concealer that is slightly on the fair side. I'm talking about a brightening concealer, okay? So here's the next trick. I'm going to take the Pack Micro Finish Makeup Fixer, and I'm going to dampen the beauty sponge with this. Tap it on the back of your hand to take excess liquid, okay? And now we shall start blending it. So what this does is, because of the makeup setting spray as well as the primer, it will just make sure that this one doesn't crease at all, okay? And you're not going to go all the way close to your lash line, because no matter what you do, it will always crease below your lash line. So that's it. I'm not going to put the concealer over my eyelid. It's best to just use an eyeshadow base. Can you see that darkness is completely gone? Only because I found a concealer that's got that salmon peachy tone to it, and I got a concealer that is slightly darker than my usual skin tone. So now I'm just going to very slightly spot correct, and I'm just going to dab it gently. Everything is about that gentle tap on your skin. Don't forget your neck area, your jawline, and your ears, and take your time to really blend and pat. So I'm going to watch my nose right now and see where the correction is required, okay? So for example, because of that little bit of that bump that I have out here, I'm also going to correct it over here. So it kind of gives like a shadow illusion. So applying a concealer right here, what it does is it takes that darkness out. So these are the tiny tricks that I have incorporated in my makeup routine that has brought a lot of difference. You can definitely go for your full coverage foundation, whatever foundation of your choice, okay, if you think you want more coverage. But I definitely want to try this one. This is the Caramel HD Foundation from Just Gold. The price of this is $846. I've got a discount code for this one as well. Never tried this. Let me give this one a shot right now, because we are testing out new makeup. But please, for your wedding, go for a foundation that you love, okay? Feels extremely thick. Slowly, because you guys know I don't like a full heavy base, okay? I like to go really light, and I think with textured skin or acne prone skin, the lighter your base is, the better and more natural it's going to look. Hey, not bad at all. The color kind of is pretty decent for my skin tone. I'm an NC40 by the way in MAC. I also love a good stippling brush. So both of the motions are exactly the same, okay? You're not spreading it out. You are just bouncing your beauty sponge gently on your skin like this. It feels matte, but like a hydrating matte. Too early for me to judge on this, but so far I'm really loving this. Everywhere else excepting where you put your concealer, okay? You're not going to mix the foundation and the concealer. Now I'm going to let that rest for about 5 minutes before I go on with an ice cube trick. I know I get a lot of questions, why are you putting an ice cube over your base makeup? It really works for me. This was something that most of my makeup artists back in the day when I was modeling, they used to keep doing it. They used to do it to all the actresses as well as stock models. They would apply an ice cube, keep applying it every time they touch up with a foundation or with a concealer. It just sets the makeup really well and makes it last for a very long time and helps with that creasing as well. You're just going to gently pat it over your face. You are just going to let that dry. And many people ask, doesn't it lift up the foundation? This is how much it lifts off, okay? There's hardly anything on this tissue paper. You're on stage, a lot of lights are happening, you're sweating, you might have to pose for, you know, your photograph sessions. So what you do is ask somebody to get you an ice cube, wrap it up with a napkin, just apply that all over the face and then touch it up with a compact powder. Trust me, you don't need anything more. Alright, so while that is drying, I have another lip balm favorite. This is from Sugandha. This is the Calendula lip balm. So this is the NYX micro brow pencil, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to brush this on an upward stroke. This is another thing I have started doing for natural brows. I usually used to start from here, from the beginning of my eyebrows. Now I start right here, right where the thickness of my eyebrow starts, okay? So from here I'm going to draw a line and fill it up. And I'm going to slightly elongate it. And I'm going to do my upward strokes. So when I'm on the bottom, it's upward strokes, and from the top, it's downward strokes. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in black, and in the front here, I'm going to brush it. And I like the shape of that. I'm going to seal the deal with a transparent brow mascara. This is the NYX Control Freak. Definitely not a necessary move because that brow tinted mascara is more than enough, but I'm trying to foolproof it, okay? So now that my face feels so nice, even the foundation is really, really beautiful, and that ice cube trick took that excess out, you know, that excess oiliness out. It's just sitting really well on the face. So under my eyes, I'm just going to put a brightening concealer, because when we are wearing a mask, you want your eye makeup to look really outstanding, isn't it? So I'm taking the brightening concealer. This is the Spotlight Concealer, slightly heavy, but this is from PAC again. Love this. And I'm just going to dab that over here, like that, okay? Where I want the light to hit. Taking the makeup setting spray, take the excess out and start blending it. I find setting it this way with a makeup setting spray much better than baking, to be honest. It really helps with the creasing, just like what baking would do. And if you have dry skin, then it's not going to look too cakey. Now I'm just going to take the same K-Beauty banana powder. With a very light touch, you're going to stipple it all around your face. This is how I'm able to calm down my texture and my pose on camera. I'm okay with, you know, the spots showing through. I'm okay with a little bit of my pose showing through because, you know, real life is not about Photoshop and Facetune. One last time, makeup setting spray on your sponge, gently dab it to take that extra powder out. That is the main base makeup done, alright? Pores are looking smaller, texture is also looking a lot more refined. I love these small techniques that I have incorporated. It's made my base makeup look extremely natural, but at the same time, something that gives me the confidence also, you know, when I face the camera or when I face people. Now we shall do the eye makeup, because you got to let your eyes do the talking during a COVID wedding. Alright, so let's start. So we shall start off with the eye makeup. I'm going to take an eyeshadow base. This is the NYX white eyeshadow base. Using my fingertips, I'm just going to apply that. So I'm going to take this beautiful palette. This is All I Need eyeshadow palette from this makeup company called Tan Beauty. It's got a spectrum of colors, shimmers as well as mattes that work on an Indian skin really well. When it comes to a wedding makeup, the safest colors to work with are warm tones colors. I'm talking about warm pinks as well as warm browns. So I'm starting off with Nectar. I'm going to take Nectar, this beautiful warm terracotta brown, and I'm just going to sweep that all over my eyelids. Because of the tape out here, it gives you proper definition. And now I'm going to take Workaholic, such a beautiful brown. Start off with the outer corner and then bring it on to the inner corner. Like this, blend it to the outer corner, then sweep it to the inner corner. So you've got 2 color gradation. Okay, just work with 4 colors. I'm not going to make it too complicated because, you know, when you're doing your own makeup, you don't want any complication and for you to get stressed out, alright? It's all about just blending. This is key, this tape, an eyeshadow base, and just take warm colors and keep on just blending it so that everything is seamless. Let's go on with Smoke, which is a really intense dark brown. Pat it on the back of your hand. Keep patting it on the outer corner like this and rotate. Pat, rotate, small circles, and keep gradually building it up, the color. Now taking Nectar, the first eyeshadow, you're just going to blend your crease line again. And whatever is left on your brush, you're going to put that in your lower lash line. I'm going to take this beautiful bonfire textured eyeshadow. Oh, it's a lovely bronzy gold tone to this. It will work really well as a highlighter for deeper skin tones. Alright, this is the max I would go for my eye makeup during daytime. If it goes on all the way to the night, then I would add a little more of a glitter right here on the center. I like the way this is looking. This is fine for me. So now I'm going to apply an eyeliner. Usually to make it long lasting, I apply a gel eyeliner that doesn't budge. My favorite one is the Inglot number 77, but right now I'm going to use the Nykaa gel eyeliner, which is not bad. And thanks to this tape, it's easier. And the inner corner, just pull it and make it also sharp so it looks very doe-eyed. Let's take the tape out gently. A tape is your best friend. Apply what's left out here on the outer corner of your lower lash line, and I'm only going to apply it right here on the midsection. And I'm going to take that brown eyeshadow and blend it. So this is the Miss and Mrs. 02 brown eye pencil, and I'm just going to apply that over here just to define it a little more to the center. And from the inner corner to the midsection of my waterline, I'm going to apply white. This is also from Miss and Mrs. What I'm also going to do is, towards the end, I'm going to show you how this entire thing looks in natural light, because that's what's important, because all your photography is happening outside. Alright beauties, so I went and applied my artificial lashes. I have a whole separate video on how to apply artificial lashes if you are a beginner. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, in my lower lash line, apply this Lash Warrior from Flower Beauty. Tight lining, that is putting a black thing on your upper lash line, as well as putting a mascara on your lower lashes. Those are small moves that make such a difference to your eyes. Take whatever's left in your sponge and clean it up. Taking the flat brush, and I'm just going to put a little more of that shimmer. We are just going to clean it up to add a little more dimension. Okay, we are also going to clean out the lash line wherever that glue band is showing. These are small moves that are very important in just cleaning up your eye makeup. What I'm going to do for bronzing, you guys know that I don't like a heavy contour. So I'm going to take that PAC concealer in a darker shade, and I'm just going to apply that right here, and I'm going to blend it. And a concealer works really beautifully because it's very light. And because my nose is sharp enough, I'm not going to go extra. I used to put it on my jawline, but now I put it underneath. This is Just Gold Artist Contour Palette, beauty of a palette. Take the bronzer and pat it right here. Cream and powder just goes really well in making it long lasting. The max contour and bronzing I would do, because I don't like that completely snatched look, because the more your cheeks get sunken in, the more matured you look. Okay, so I'm just going to let that. This is exactly how I want it. So with the blush, same technique as well. I'm taking the Ruby's Organic. This is Deep Rose. I'm working with cream and powder. Okay, it makes the makeup last for a very long time. Taking my ring finger, I'm going to apply that here. Beautiful color, this one from Ruby's Organic. It's so beautiful. And I'm taking the Artist Just Gold Blusher Palette. Can you see how beautiful that one is? On top of my bronze, I started applying my blush so that it makes my cheek look as if I've got a facelift. For a bride, you can go as extra as little with a highlighter. I don't like highlighter too much because it emphasizes my texture. So I'm looking out for a highlighter that is really nice and subtle, and this is the Baked Highlighter 03 from PAC. And I'm just going to apply that on the center of my nose right here. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the tip. I'm going to put this on the inner corner, on the cupid bow. So I'm going to give you two lip options. I'm going to go for a nude one and a red one. I would go for a red one, okay? If I was wearing anything that is pink and red, I would wear a red lipstick, but I know not everyone's comfortable with it. I'm just going to take this lip pencil, Pillow Fight, Nykaa. So when I reach the cupid, I go over my lip line. So even if I want to fill it up, I can. It's a beautiful nudie pink because you need long-lasting pencils. But to downplay this nude, I'm just going to take the So Matte from Nykaa. This is Jane. So this is the kind of lipstick I would wear if I had my hair open. So this is the first option of lip color. Obviously on the head you would be wearing your Mount Tikka to complete the entire look. Or if you are just a guest at a wedding makeup, then this is more than enough. And now to seal the deal, we are just going to take that same beauty sponge, spritz it with the makeup setting spray, or you can go directly with it and dab it all over. That's very, very important to see, you know, to look into the mirror and see where all a slight touch-up is required. I definitely like the nude, but I'm just going to give you another lip option. This is Faces Canada Midnight Rose, one of my favorite red. It's a red that is not too bright, it just suits Indian skin tone beautifully. Guys, that's the end of my base makeup tutorial that I have been doing for acne textured skin, something that is wedding guest appropriate or even for a bride, okay, depending on how extra you want to go with your foundation or how less it is. I really like that my skin is looking like skin. The techniques, the small introduction of new techniques has really changed my makeup game, okay, for my skin basically. Like I said, there's no right or wrong rules when it comes to makeup, but this is how I would apply my makeup if I was attending a wedding, okay, a COVID wedding, or if I was a bride at during this situation, this unfortunate situation, okay. So I hope you really enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see next, and I shall see you in my next. Until later, bye for now.